Why the hell people don't understand Virgin Galactic and its potential? Well, they also didn't understand Bitcoin and it's now $30,000. Let's dive in. Seriously guys, as we speak, Bitcoin goes over $30,000. In fact, as of this moment, we are now at somewhere at $30,650. This is ridiculous, guys. This is 2021 apparently. So I wanted just to dive today in the education, why the people don't understand Virgin Galactic, okay? Because I feel that so many people saying they are too slow, they will never make it, there's no potential in the stock is too volatile, all of these things that you might think of the company, it's maybe a wrong summary. And therefore, as I love to educate on this channel, and if you want to be educated, if you want to see how we also saw such potential in Tesla stock, and then it almost, or actually it did 10x since we talked about it, and it's just in the last year, in 2020, it got over 700% in gains. If you want to know how to find those, make sure the last few days until the 7th of January, 11 p.m., you will get 23% discount on x10masterclass.com on my own personalized course, how to find X10 stocks, Wolf 23, just a couple of days left. Make sure to get it. Now, you should be subscribed to this channel as well, okay? So hit the subscribe button and smash the like if you like this daily updates. Now, Virgin Galactic is, for my personal opinion, a company that is almost like an airline. I feel like this is a very, very nice description because think about it. The very first product of them is transporting people into air, very, very high, obviously, right? But it's basically bringing people to a destination and back. Very similar like an airline, in my personal opinion, okay? And then think about the second product. The second product is a private airline that brings people very fast from, for example, London to New York. Instead of the usual 12 hours or 14 hours, you will do this in just 1.5 hours. So less than a tenth of the usual time. So these two experiences are so unique and fantastic that this is the first part that you need to understand. And the second part is that one of the only investment that you can do in the space industry, okay? The space industry will be one of the biggest one. And think about ETFs or companies or hedge funds that are saying, okay, you know, beside green energy, beside consumer brands, beside EV, we also want to track the best space companies. They are very limited, right? So they have to either include private equity, which is very risky, or they go to the public market and say, okay, we will buy a lot of Virgin Galactic and we will buy a lot of Momentus, which is the satellite company that you might know from my other videos. So I'm thinking that this is the second part that you need to understand, that with time, we will have more and more investors that want to have a step into Virgin Galactic, that want to be part of that and will buy the stock as well. Then the last part I think that you need to understand, which we will dive further into the second category, what Virgin Galactic is actually doing. They're doing something historic here, okay? Founded in 2004, an X-Prize winner team, which is actually a very high prize for very special accomplishments. It was the very first team. They shoot up within a 2 weeks time frame window twice a spacecraft into the orbit or low orbit to bring astronauts, FFA astronauts up there and bring them back. And this was the only team that made it from, different kind of teams around the world. So this was a very big achievement. But then came Richard Branson with his entrepreneurship mind and said, I will make one of the best space companies out of that. Okay, so let me go one by one things that I see in the comment section or what other people are saying on the internet. So first of all, think about the engineering behind this project is absolutely insane. All right, so this is one of the most hardest things that I was ever invested in to solve engineering wise, to bring people in masses safely to the low orbit and back, right? I know there's SpaceX, and SpaceX has a fantastic team around Elon Musk, okay? And maybe if Elon Musk would tackle this, he would be already on the goal. But, you know, we cannot invest in SpaceX, at least not in the public market. So this is a great opportunity to really be in the forefront of space tourism and be early on the bandwagon, all right? And I love to be early, guys. I love to be early, and I love to take the heat for that, okay? You can see my smile because I'm actually very happy when I'm seeing people not understanding it, and then I'm seeing, okay, I think I'm on the right track, because, you know, I love to have the stock price as low as possible so it can gain much quicker to 10x of my investment, right? So the second part that people don't understand, that there is enough customers for this experience. It's not like they will have a demand problem. So, and the third thing that I'm thinking it's very important to understand, you know, behind the scenes happens so much. And as you know, if you are a company or work for a company, there's so much things behind the scenes that the customer, the investor, or even, you know, the public, especially if it's a public company, the news or the media don't have to know. I mean, I am confident that if they are saying, okay, there was something wrong with the ignition computer in the last test flight, I'm fine with that information. I know that they are working on it. I know they are reviewing data. I know they're speaking already with the FAA. But, you know, I don't have to know if there was maybe a problem with the software, if there was a hardware problem, if there was a problem with some connections, if there's, you know, they will take care of that, all right? So they don't have to give us all the informations in details. I never saw a company that gave crazy information in detail, and that would be actually a sign that maybe they want to, you know, put some responsibility away from them, right? If someone explaining themselves in very detail so you don't understand it, then you say, okay, leave me alone with that. But if they say, you know, we got the problem, we will take care of it. So, you know, I'm quite confident with the situation as it is. And, you know, I might be rewarded, I might be not rewarded. So far, we got heavily rewarded if you compare it to the gains on the stock market in general and the S&P, for example. So there was no chance in losing money in Virgin Galactic so far, and I think this will be the case for the next couple of weeks. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not an advice or recommendation. This is my recording and my documentation on my journey to a huge wealth by investing into innovators, and specifically innovators in the consumer space, where I'm specialized in. If, you know, you put the same research like myself into the daily stocks that I'm investing in, then, you know, we can have definitely a conversation of, you know, on a same level. But I don't like those people that thinking I'm, you know, pumping a stock. This would be even crazy to think that I can pump something with 20,000 subscribers, with a company that is world renowned, with a brand that, you know, trades millions and millions and millions worth of stocks in the matter of every single day. So, you know, I'm just seeing things that I think change the world, and I'm investing in a very simple strategy and formula. And maybe we can do this together. So check out also the membership down below with the join button. Let's jump to the conclusion of this video. So summarized, you can see that since months and months, I'm one of the first YouTubers that talk about Virgin Galactic intensively, okay? Same like I did for Tesla or the other stocks that are, you know, much more worth since we talked about first on this channel. I think that Virgin Galactic is one of the most gainers in 2021 if everything goes according plan. I know this is not, as we saw, not always the case. And, tackling such a engineering problem, it makes it even 10 times harder. But I think the team, the product, the branding, the customer base, all of this together gives you such a nice mix that the last thing is just to create and finalize the product. So, I don't know any other company, and please help me. Please, leave your comment and let me know which other company has similar problems, because this is a very nice problem to have more customers that they can even cater for years to come. Okay, show me one company. I think the only companies that I know that have more demand than they can supply, it's Tesla, it's Peloton, right? So you see here some kind of this luxury problem is a very nice one to have. And that's, I think that's the main point that you can take away here, that sometimes, and I was one of them, guys, don't see me like I was foreseeing that. I was in the very few months since the spec went online on the public market, I was saying, let them first make their product. But then I was thinking and filing my mindset and said, well, actually, when I invested in Tesla, they didn't have the Model 3 ready, right? And to be really on the forefront of 10x your money, you need to be early and you have to take some risk, yes. And obviously, I think other YouTubers like Chicken Singapore would love to be in the stock, but he's waiting for the proof of concept. So yes, he can wait, but then he has to buy the stock for $50. Not for $25, right? So he will miss the first 1x, right? In this perspective, the first 100% increase. So, I love to be early, and that's why I'm already thinking that it's a great way, even when you don't understand and maybe it's a little bit risky, it's always the risk that in the end will reward you. So high risk, high reward. If it's nothing for you, then go for the value stocks. They will give you maybe, specifically in the recovery, they will give you maybe some sweet 10-20% gain if the company survive until everything recovers. But we are looking here for the very, very big 10 baggers.